Clement of Alexandria, Protrepticon to the Greeks, Episode 5. Edon de ardra uto draconti, to necro, to puthiko, ala to theo, to pansopho, autonomon odein, ton eunamu beltiona nomon, regnutai chorde to lokro, ephiptatai hotetics to zugo. Remember that Clement was discussing how the grasshoppers were singing while the bard Eunomus was singing a song to the dead Pythia. And the word for grasshopper here, hotetics, comes late in this sentence. But, he says, in point of fact, ara, this inferential particle, they were singing not to the dragon or the creature with 4 legs, namely the dead one, i.e. the Pythikos, the Pythian dead creature, snake, lizard, dragon, something like that. But they were singing to the god, the one who is Pansopho, and they were singing autonomon odein. Let's take a look at a couple of the grammatical items here before we talk about style. The verb edon is from the verb ideo, its third plural, imperfect, indicative, and active. And it has this dative indirect object, to draconti, modified by to necro. And these, of course, are masculine and singular, and dative, as I said. Puthikos is an adjective, capitalized because it refers to a proper place, the Pythian dragon or creature. Remember from the previous episode, it's a 4-legged creature, the snake at Delphi. But to God, and then here we have the adjective pansopho. These are also masculine, singular, and dative. And then the object of the verb edon is autonomon odein. Odein is feminine, singular, and accusative, and it's modified by autonomon. Now, when you look at this ending, you may initially wonder, how can this modify odein? Well, the reason is that this also is feminine, singular, accusative. It is what's called an adjective of 2 endings. An adjective of 2 endings has one form for the masculine and feminine, and a second form for the neuter. The masculine and the masculine and feminine forms are identical. This is especially common with compound adjectives, which is what autonomous is. Autonomous here means their improvised or self-originated song, i.e. one that was unplanned, and it was a song that was beltiona. And beltiona is the comparative of agathos. Now, why does it not look at all like agathos? It's because it is an irregular adjective. A typical way to make a comparative is to add eon, this suffix, to the stem of the adjective, and then to make the superlative, you add tatos as the suffix. Another common comparative ending is to add the suffix teros. You'll see that this has the eon ending, beltiona, and yet it's built on a different stem because it is an irregular comparative. So they were singing a song, an ode, that was better than the measures, ton nomon, of Eunomus. These are genitives of comparison, this article and noun, and Eunomus is a genitive of possession. While they were doing this, a string, chorde, a string broke for the Locrian. Remember, Eunomus is from Locris. The string of the Locrian broke. One of the strings on his lyre broke, and the grasshopper came to alight on the bridge.